Biden campaign chair says Florida's not a battleground state, bucking Democratic hopes. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video, and today it is time to talk about the 2024 presidential election because everyone, the state of Florida is gone for the Democrat Party. Obviously, I mean, most of us could agree that, yeah, more than likely Trump is going to win Florida by a lot in 2024, but for whatever reason, Democrats really thought that somehow, some way, they were not only going to reverse nearly all the trends in Florida, but they were going to actually pull off an upset in the state. Yeah, there were some Democrats that really believed that crap. Well, those hopes officially died as the Biden campaign chair says, no, Florida is not a battleground state. We are losing the state. It is gone. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Again, folks, all support is greatly appreciated, and yeah. Now let us get into it. President Joe Biden's re-election campaign chair, Jen O'Malley Dillon, told Puck News that Florida's not in play this November. During her interview with John Helleman, she laid out the campaign's 6 and 6 strategy, focusing on the battleground states of Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Nevada, Arizona, and Georgia. Helleman also asked if the campaign saw North Carolina as a battleground state. Yes, O'Malley Dillon replied. Florida, he asked? No, she said in response. Yep. It is official. This isn't just some random person that no one ever heard about. This is the campaign chair for Biden's campaign. And she admitted, yeah, we're not going to win Florida. We're not going to contest it. It's not a battleground state. It's over. We're not going to win it. Yep. It is official. We can finally say it's gone for the Democrat Party. James Blair, a political director for former President Trump's 2024 campaign, mocked O'Malley Dillon's comments on social media. How does anyone take their campaign seriously when they do this? Question. And yeah, because why would you admit to the world, yeah, we have no pathway to win Florida? Listen, you can privately say, okay, we're not going to target Florida. We have no pathway there. But don't say to the world that we're not going to win it. We have no chance at it because there are donors in Florida. And that's why originally I thought, okay, the Biden campaign is going to do like 1 or 2 events in Florida to win over the big donors in the state. But they didn't have actually a pathway to victory. But don't say, yeah, we have no pathway here. We're not going to win it. We're just going to ignore it. You could argue that's why Trump is saying we're going to win New Jersey. We're going to win New York. Because not only is the polling indicating, yeah, he has some kind of pathway, I guess. It's not likely, but there is, I guess, a mathematical pathway to victory. Not only that, but there are big donors in New York, in New Jersey, that if Trump tries to appeal to, they might support his campaign financially. And same thing in Florida with the Democrat Party. There are a lot of donors in the state. But if you just say, yeah, we're done here, we're not going to win, I don't think these people are going to be as excited to support you because some of these people really believe we could stop the Republican wave in Florida. We're going to flip the state. Some people actually believe that crap. And it's like, okay, really? You actually believe that you're going to win Florida? That's just insane. The shift in the state's political lean has largely come over the past several years as the Republican Party of Florida closed the voter registration gap with the Democrats and surged past them to the point where there are now 1 million more Republicans than there are Democrats. But I'm sure that, you know, Republicans could lose Florida. No, they can't. At this point in time, Republicans are going to win Florida by a lot. I mean, look at this. Trump won Florida by just under 400,000 votes. Now there are 1 million more Republicans than Democrats in the state. Remember, back in 2020, I think Democrats had like a 200,000 voter registration advantage or something like that. Yeah. So now, Republicans have a lead of 1 million more Republicans than Democrats. That's like a swing of 1.2 million people in just 4 years. That's why Florida is gone. I mean, just look at the swing map of the state. Look at this. Yes, in 2020, Democrats did do slightly better in Jacksonville, parts of Orlando, etc. But look at Miami. We've gone over this a million times. This shift alone killed any chances at Democrats winning Florida. Because they can't win Florida with just 53% of the vote in Miami-Dade. They can't win with just, 64% of Broward. Hell, even Palm Beach. Them getting only 56% of the vote, that's pathetic. They need way more support in this area to win the state. Especially with places like, Polk County being Trump plus 14, places like Pasco, Trump plus 20, etc. And that's not even talking about the Panhandle. I mean, seriously, this is just Alabama, Bay County, Walton, Washington, etc. Look how Republican these areas are. Much more than, say, 2008, 2012. So the more you look into Florida, just every part of the state in 2020 is either very Republican or it took a shift to the right. Again, there's some parts that did shift left. I understand that. But even places like Hillsborough, where Tampa Bay is, it didn't move. So it actually trended Republican. But most people thought that, okay, after 2020, yeah, Republicans had a slight advantage in the state, but it's not like Republicans are going to win Florida by like 20 points. Oh, wait. That's exactly what happened in 2022. Not just for the governorship. They won the Senate race by 20. They won everything in Florida, at least at the statewide level, by like 20 points. It was an absolute beatdown. And this is what anyone with a brain realized, okay, this state is 100% gone. Yeah, 2020 was bad enough, but you could argue, well, this is Florida. It's a state that is still very purple. It might have a Republican lean, but Democrats still have a pathway here. Well, 2022, that killed any chance of that happening. I mean, look at Miami-Dade. DeSantis got 55% of the vote. Palm Beach, he won with 51%. He won Hillsborough by 9. He won Osceola by 7. It was a beatdown. Hell, Orange County, where Orlando is, Charlie Crist only got 53% of the vote. It was pathetic. And look at the swing map. Every single county shifted Republican, even parts of the Panhandle, which we thought were already maxed out, they became even more Republican. Not just by 1 or 2 points. A lot of these areas, it was a 13-point shift, 14-point shift, 13, etc. So not only did DeSantis do way better in the Democrat parts of the state, which is already bad enough for Dems, he somehow did way better in the Panhandle. At that point in time, that's when Democrats realized, plus with the voter registration stuff, this state's gone. There's no way we can win this state, at least for now. We got to give up on it. But for whatever reason, many Democrats, not just those that, work for the Biden campaign, that they're forced to say, we have a chance in Florida, we're going to make a play for it. No, people that just are on Twitter, they really believed we actually have a pathway in Florida. We're going to win the state. We're going to flip it. It's going to be a blue wave because of Hispanics. Yeah, they actually believe the theory that every trend going towards the Republican Party, it's a fluke. It's not going to continue. But every trend that benefits the Democrat Party, oh, that's actually going to accelerate. That's why we're going to win Florida, because the Hispanic vote's going to shift 80 points Democrat. Even if that somehow occurred, which it won't, the fact that Republicans are winning the Panhandle by even more than beforehand, so at that point in time, that means you would have to win Miami-Dade by like 40 to 50 points. Yeah. That's just basic math. You can't win Florida if you're getting killed by this much in the Panhandle. You just can't. It's just the northern half of the state alone. And that doesn't even include places like Highlands, Hardee, DeSoto, etc., where Republicans are doing way better in. This is a bad combination for Democrats. They can't win anything. They're getting crushed everywhere. And there's a good chance that down the line, Broward County probably flips. Hell, you could even see Orange County flip. Now, I'm not saying the Republicans are going to win Orange County for sure, but the fact that we're gaining like 100,000 new Republicans like every month or so here, just across the state, and Democrats are gaining like nothing, would it really be that big of a surprise in like 10 years where Florida's even more Republican, that they're just winning everything? They're winning every county by a lot. It's a Republican state because Republicans are still moving in, and you even got a lot of former Democrats in places like Miami that are turning Republican. That's a fact. That's not a cope. That's just reality. We have a bunch of people in Miami-Dade, Broward, Palm Beach, former Democrats becoming Republicans. So they're just screwed. And I honestly don't know how Democrats recover from this, because you're talking about hundreds of thousands of new Republicans daily at this point. It's an exaggeration, but that's what it feels like. Every day we look, oh yeah, Republicans gained 300,000 new Republican voters. Democrats gained like 2 people. You can't keep up with that. There's no way you can maintain those losses. And not only that, but Democrats are fleeing Florida because for whatever reason, they're scared of low taxes. They're scared of, you're trying to keep pornography out of schools. I got to move out of here. It's like, really? That's what you're scared of. And they're fleeing Florida and moving to states like Colorado, which actually should tell you that, hey, if you're a Republican state like Texas, be conservative. If you pass conservative stuff, even if it's the best thing in the world, or just the basic stuff like, hey, let's not allow porn in school, okay? For whatever reason, Democrats are so scared of it. Oh my goodness, this is a fascist dictatorship. I gotta move to Colorado. Force these people out. Let them move to Colorado and let them have the state. It sucks to think like that because Colorado is a beautiful state, but that's reality. The state is gone. And I would much rather have Texas and Florida Republican than try to maybe win Colorado once a decade. That's not worth it. We want Florida. We want Texas. We cannot afford to lose either of these states. So either way, we just got to see what happens in Florida. I'm still shocked that it's getting more Republican somehow. But the fact that Democrats have finally, at least the Biden campaign, have given up on the state should tell you that it's over. There's no pathway here. They're not going to win anything. This state is a Republican state now, which is crazy to think about because just 8 years ago, or hell, 6 years ago, DeSantis nearly lost the governorship. He won by 50 votes? It was a very close race. But after that, it was the beginning of the end for the Florida Democrat Party. Now, I don't think anyone expected this. No one did. Because you're talking about a state that's been purple for decades. It's a state that back in 2000, it went to the Supreme Court. There were a bunch of legal battles. It was within 500 votes. It was super close. But now, it's kind of foregone conclusion that a Republican's going to win Florida. Just by how much? We don't know. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you guys did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Godspeed to all of you.